What's up, YouTube? Just waiting on Boss Man. It's cameraman Sam checking in. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Think he should be here soon. We'll see. Look at this cool thing. Oh, I hear him.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good afternoon.
Got you something?
Damn, bro. Got me a milk. I'm a milk guy. Thanks, Sam. What we got today? Some Nesquik.
There we go.
But this promised land, that won't go to waste.
Cheers,
Got me a mic. He's put me to work right when I get out of the truck, man. Golly. All right. Got the kiddo today, too. What's today? Friday? So she's out of school, so I kind of, not going to lie, I slept in a little bit today and got lazy, so she didn't go to summer camp. And we'll do a little hanging out around the shop today, do some truck stuff. So I want to give you guys like not my everyday routine, but me pulling into my shop and just kind of a non-edited video of kind of what I do in the morning a little bit and just show you around. I have a lot of new inventory from the last time that we did like that big inventory video, our very first video. So we're going to show you around. And speaking of, there's one right over there, a old Chevy 3100 that just came in late last night. Actually, this is the first time of me seeing it in the daylight, matter of fact. My first rip, I mean, this thing's killer. The stance is right, cool bumper, it's got good wheels, the look is right, the visor, it's got a nice little wood bed in it. The back bumper is fucking badass. That's a really cool back bumper. Got the LED round tail lights. Killer patina, man. This is a cool one for sure. It's got a step. My buddy just hauled this in for me, like, fuck, I even forget, South Carolina, Tennessee, I don't even remember, man. He drove all night last night and all day yesterday. It's got some OBS, bucket seat, center console, super nice little interior. It's like an Impala steering wheel, I believe. Just got all the good stuff. Cool mirrors, cool visor. This is on a full S10 chassis, including the motor, little V6, probably a $700 R4 if I had to guess. Maybe a turbo 350 actually, it looks like. So, aluminum radiator. Looks like they got the cruise control hooked up, or they got really close, or maybe it is hooked up. Yeah, looks like we might have cruise control on this one. So basically this is a raw truck. How I get them, you know, like it takes me a few weeks. I drive them, we work on them, fix a lot of shit I don't like. Obviously a lot of cosmetic stuff as well. So this is a cool one for sure. Kind of excited to see what the scoop is on that one. So that's brand new to me and brand new to you. This is the first time seeing it in the daylight. This is a new one too. I've had it here for a little while. I actually just haven't had time to mess with it or do anything. This is a 59 GMC. Definitely got the look. That's a really cool truck. Also on an S10 chassis. And the cool thing with this truck is it's a fleet side truck, which you don't see a lot of these in fleet sides, and it's a big back window truck. So that's a double whammy. So super cool truck there too. We're gonna focus on this black 64 here in a little bit actually. If you guys are familiar or follow me on social media, that's one that we're building. A lot of you guys just think I spray paint stuff and put window tint on stuff and flip it. So that there is a full build that's going on with that truck. So really cool. We're gonna get into that. But let's keep walking because I have a few more out back of new inventory also. Is that your breakfast, Marie? Oh, fuck. Dude, I dropped my chocolate milk. Little messy, but it landed straight up. That's wild. I think we're going to fire up the promised land now. You want to finish that? Grab your sandwich. That was pretty crazy, man. That's one of those things, if you wanted to do that, you physically couldn't do that. All right, so let's get you inside. I got a few more out back. Some lights on. UPS dropped something cool off yesterday. I don't know what that is. AMD. All right, what do we got in here? This is all stuff you've seen. This truck actually, last time I was in here, it had some blue wheels on it. We put some torque thrust on there, which really, really looks nice on that truck. All right, what do we got? I think I got one more new one out back here that you guys haven't seen. Yeah, that's a really good one too. That's a 52, I believe, 3100 obviously. This one I've already done a few little things to it, drove it. Still got a few more things we're gonna do. Actually, I think we're gonna clear coat this truck, which will look nice. S10 chassis, small block, turbo 350. It's got some really cool steelies on it. Nice dual exhaust. Nice little wood bed. This truck's just got the look. It's the right color. The interior looks nice. It's got an OBS seat that's all cut and finished and diamond stitched. Super cool little truck here. So still needs a bunch of little things, but actually nice little driving truck just for me. I'm down to a lot of cosmetic stuff on this one more than anything. And you guys have seen the Boldex Auto truck. That's kind of our shop truck, actually. The doors for that black truck we just showed you in there. You guys have seen this, still working on this. Some few bugs and little things getting really close on that one, actually. I guess let's, we'll go out front and we'll get the 60, I think it's a 64. We'll get that out. And I think Sam's gonna fast forward to a clip of us working on it at a buddy's shop, probably like right now. And then we'll go back out front and give you the overview of what it looks like right now. That's my shop cat. And speaking of new trucks, I showed you 1, 2, 3 new ones, and I have 2 more actually. I'll have Sam drop a clip. I have one at my buddy Georgie's shop, which you've seen in the previous video if you watched it. 64 F100, super cool truck. I won't show you the details or tell you the details, but I'll have Sam throw a picture up of it. And if you watched even a previous video of my 52 old Chevy truck, we did like some rollers on 95. I told you I had a guy from California possibly doing a trade deal with a square body. So I did get that square body. Won't show you all the details on that either or tell you, but we'll try to get a video of both of these trucks I'm talking about. But I'll have Sam throw up a clip of that too. Really cool square body. So, and then I guess we're going to get to showing you this 64 here, I believe. Let me get it fired up, aired up. I'll back it out. It ain't got no exhaust on it right now, so she's a loud girl at the moment. The goal with this one was to make it sit all the way on the ground. And I think it's pretty close to, that's all the way on the ground. I did a funny paper trick the other day with it. You can't really even get paper under this thing really, depending on where it's sitting and how level the ground is. It hits the inside of the rocker. The bed is dead on the ground. I mean, this thing is, someone has a lower C10, I'd like to know about it because I worked hard to have this. Me and a buddy of mine, a matter of fact, I definitely cannot take all the credit for this. So this thing is bagged and body dropped. I bought this truck, it was previously already bagged, stock control arms, stock real trailing arms, and if you guys are familiar, when you bag one, even with it aired all the way out, you're still sitting maybe 3.5 inches off the ground. So we took the plunge to body drop this truck, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that. A lot of work. I've had a few trucks that were body dropped, never done one. I get the purpose, I understand the situation, and just wanted to make my own. So a buddy of mine right up the road, he does a lot of little fab work for me, and I mentioned the project, and he was like, that's a big project. I'm like, we can do it, bro. You have the skill, the fab, the welder. I know exactly what needs to be cut, done, and moved to make it all work. So I actually drove the truck up to his shop on a bucket. No bed, still no doors. Floor was completely rusted out. I did just enough to get it running and driving, and I had it all stripped down, so when we went there, we could just directly start working on it. And this is what we ended up with. It was at his shop for probably a month. The last couple of days I've been there with him for the last 3 days, hitting it really heavy. I don't even really know where to start. So obviously the whole bed has been dropped, and we made our own mounts. There's some plates here for the front mount. The back, we did square tubing for rear mount. And we also have 2 mounts here. So we have 6 mounting positions on the bed. It's all, you can bolt it on and off. And you can put shims, washers under the bed, just like standard to get it sitting level. We did I call them fender flap delete kits. Nobody ever does that. So it's got the brackets from the fenders to the frame rails to stop the bottom of the fenders from flapping around all the time. Yeah, really nice setup here. It's just all the little stuff nobody finishes or does, I guess. So, and then he built a whole subfloor here. These are the original inner fender wells. And this is gonna get, this will get wood. I'm hoping to find like some really cool reclaimed wood actually. And this is set up really nice. This whole deck raises up. So gonna be really nice to get in here, work on it, access it. And anything you see on this truck, we've done. The fuel cell, I bought that. He built a really nice mount to set that up, because tank usually was behind the cab. I'm gonna end up putting some music back there, so we definitely can't have that anymore. The cab portion, obviously, body dropped probably about 3 inches. Put a whole new floor in it. We did put some new rockers in it. That's a OBS Chevy seat that we are gonna use. Gonna get it recovered and chop the foam a little bit on the bottom and the back to make up for a little bit of headroom, but it's actually not too bad. I'm a pretty tall feller myself, and even with the floor raised up a little bit, this thing's gonna be I don't plan on putting the doors on for a while. I just want to cruise it like this with no doors. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, so in here, floor is raised. We put a different gas pedal, obviously, because the other one wasn't working anymore. The floor was too high. We raised the brake pedal up. I think it was like 1.5 inches just to get it more appropriate and not so like close to the floor. This has an airlift, air management system in it. Low car shifter. Long ways to go here. Just giving you guys a really raw product of what we got here. So the bed's dropped, the cab's dropped, and then when you want to put front fenders back on, the front fenders bolt to the whole core support. So now you have to drop the entire core support to get the fenders back on. So that was, I think you'll see some of that in that video that Sam put up too. So we've cut the whole front of the frame off, basically, lowered it down to where this was, so we could put the fenders back on in the appropriate spot. Also lowered the front bumper a skosh. Put some really nice hood hinges on it. Steering, that's a whole nother thing. So once you drop the cab, the steering doesn't line up. So we got a double Heim joint set up on the steering now. Stock control arm, so my buddy notched the control arm for the steering shaft. What else, man? A lot of stuff has happened here. Radiator, that was a whole ordeal to get the radiator dropped down. We actually ended up cutting the factory cross member out. I don't think you can really see it, but you can see, actually you can. So we cut the whole front of the frame cross member out to set the radiator down into the frame, because they used to sit on top of the frame rail here. Welded a new support across, obviously, because you have to have that, and got the whole radiator dropped down. And then we sectioned the factory bracket right here. So that's the original bracket, just sectioned. That's just a lot of stuff going on here, man. So super cool. Long ways to go on this build. Had this thing laying around the shop for probably a year. In the last few months we've got this far on it, so it's back at my shop. I think the next step is going to be we're going to clear coat the interior while it's so bare. My buddy Georgie, we're going to clear coat the dash, the back of the cab, the roof, because we're definitely leaving the patina but doing a really cool clear coat vibe with that. So clear coat, audio, upholstery, bed, rear exterior clear coat, and then I'll consider putting the doors on at some point maybe. So the biggest priorities right now is an alignment and some exhaust, and I can start cruising this thing around and working out some bugs. I'm going to move the battery to the back as well to clean up the engine bay a little bit. So just, there's a lot going on here. I just wanted to have probably the lowest C10 around that still has rockers. A lot of guys even, they get crazy. I've seen some like rocker deleted trucks, which I feel like you're ruining the truck at that point when you're deleting the rockers. So, and for the rear bumper, obviously, technically you have to, Z it down, but we actually made our own brackets, so we didn't cut the back of the frame. We just made lower brackets for the rear bumper. A lot of shit that goes in when you start body dropping, and I had a good idea of a lot of it, but once you really start getting into it and cutting on shit, you're like, wow, this isn't gonna fit anymore. This isn't gonna line up anymore. This is now gonna hit. It's like, golly, it just keeps snowballing, but really, really cool. My buddy is very talented fabricator. I dream shit up and I tell him this, that. We get it cut and he welds it right on the spot. He's very quick. I was making a joke the other day. He watched him weld, man. It's like he's drawing a line. He's quick with that welder and throws some really nice beads down. So I think just for shits and giggles, I think we'll set up and just do some rollers with this thing, man, with no doors on it. Cruising down US 1. It actually drives really nice, but alignment and exhaust is next priority. The exhaust is loud. It's running off the header, which isn't the problem. It does some crazy droning effect in the cab, and it's just, the drone is almost unbearable. It is unbearable actually. So alignment, exhaust, start cruising this thing around and start knocking off some more things on the list, and that's a really cool truck. So this one required more than spray paint and window tint on this particular project. So. Good morning. 9 o'clock, rainy Florida. You probably think that we might be picking something up, but we're actually dropping parts off for a build that we kind of just started, so we're going to try to get you into it on the channel. You haven't missed a lot, so we're going to load some parts up. It's at a buddy shop. He's ready for some more parts, and we'll load parts, get over there, and give you a quick tour around it, and try to keep it on the channel as we're working on it. So we'll catch you in a little bit. All right, we're loaded up. We got a bed. We got a couple of fenders in here, rear inner fenders. We have a OBS seat, a door, and a bumper. So we got quite a variety of different things going on here. So we'll get to my buddy's shop, show you exactly what's going on, and we'll move on with this project and keep you guys filled in with it. Floor's in. Floor's in. The patches on the front are about to be done. This rocker's done. Those sitting there. That one's sitting there, tacked in. We can get the other door in. Steel cell's in, it's mounted. Green as soon as you paint it. Cat mounts are welded all the way in.
The back ones aren't. Then they put the brace underneath the floor.
This is stronger now.
That's stronger now. That's 1 inch pipe. Goes to 40, so that's 20 good for that. Put those in before I mount the fuel cell. Whenever I took that back brace off, the frame started stretched out. So I put those back. I took measurements before I took that back brace out. Put those new bars in, welded those in, mounted that cell. Those the cell's got that 1 inch on the bottom, so it's sitting on the 1 inch and then bolted to the top. So
Put the cross member put back in.
cross members back in.
Roll along.
Get that bed set on. Cody, he's pretty capable of making the frame on the inside of it for the wood to sit on.
So this is my buddy Jeff. As you can see, we're pretty deep into this project, and really you probably only missed like one video if we were going to make one about it. I bought this truck. It was bagged. It laid pretty low, but if you know me, I like shit that's all on the ground. So we decided to body drop it, and neither of us done that before. So we're just literally chop, cut, and rebuilding over here. So body drop is done. We cut the pinch weld off the rocker. So I mean, this thing lays on the rocker. So and he's been down with some other stuff. I think today we're going to try to drop the front clip down so that the fenders will go back on. He's got a buddy that's going to play with the bed potentially. So we're just going to tinker along. Yeah, we brought the inner fenders too, so we'll put the inner fenders in. He'll make a lift door so that you can get to everything, access stuff. Fuel, obviously, we put a fuel cell in the back, got it out of the cab. I'll end up putting a little sub-off back there anyway, so 2 birds with 1 stone with that. So, and we actually retained the factory floor. If you look over on that side, the hump up where the back side of the rockers would have sat kind of worked as the body drop raise. So far working pretty good. We have an OBS seat like you've seen on the trailer. I think we're gonna end up chopping the frame because the floor is raised, so we keep good, head height. He's finishing up some nice little pieces here he's got going, which are gonna be really nice. So we're chugging away. And like I said, we'll try to keep you some updates here and there on the channel. I think we got steering to do still. I got parts for the steering because once you body drop something, the steering doesn't go back where it's supposed to be. So we got some universal joints. We got a Heim. Looks like he's already kind of playing around with that. So today we've got to drop this whole front clip down. So I think we're going to pop the steering box off, maybe, and cut it right there. Yeah. So this whole front clip now has to get dropped down. So when you put a fender on, now that the cab's dropped, we'll line up with the front clip. So I guess you want to call it Z. We're going to Z the front of the frame. So we're going to tinker around with that a little bit today. And Sam can try to get as much clippage as he wants, and we'll try to keep you in loop on this build. So follow along. All right, what up? We'll give you an update. Sam had to leave and go to an event. I think he left us off where we were getting ready to drop this core support off. That's cut off, already been re-welded on, and we weren't satisfied with how low the bumper was, so we are currently going to Z the bumper down a little bit. Let me show you guys. This side's better. So let's get you flipped around here. So front's dropped down. Then we're going to plate this next. You can see where the frame was up here originally. Drop down. This will get a plate. Seat is mounted. Kids are playing. Studs up through the floor, welded on the bottom. And then I think we're getting ready to set the bed on next. Get the bumper mounted as well. And keep chugging along. Cab mounts, we fully welded too. What else have we done? We had to cut the front fenders more.
Front fenders more, got the seat mounted.
Jeff's been after it. Getting ready to weld these brackets on right here. Just so we can drop the bumper down. Literally, we're after this whole project for probably just an inch, just getting this dropped down just before you can see this pan here. just kind of shooting to have the lowest C10. And as you've seen, the rockers sit on the ground, so the bumper won't be able to get all the way, but we'll get it a little bit lower. So we'll get y'all an update again here in a little bit.